Did you know that St. Luke's University Health Network, based in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, has been recognized by the U.S. government as the highest performing health system in the United States for quality? You heard right. St. Luke's #1 recognition affirms our status as the top leader among the most respected healthcare providers in the nation, including Houston Methodist and the Mayo Clinic. To state it simply, if you want to receive the best care when you go to a hospital, come to St. Luke's.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
I'm going to explain to you how, in honoring the Jewish community, he disrespected them again at an event Monday night with barricades set up, ropes where you couldn't get to him as he was speaking. I have covered mayors for 40 years. I've covered at City Hall. I've covered at Gracie Mansion. I have never seen these rope barriers set up to keep the public, especially at Gracie Mansion, away from the mayor. But yet there they were. Look, I've retweeted it, plus the photos from ShopRite. I've retweeted it. There they were at the Jewish event Monday night. Let's start with this. President Trump, don't go against him. I'm telling you, folks, he's going to go down in history as the greatest president of the United States ever. Congressman Thomas Massie, I'm sure you've heard by now, a 12-year incumbent. He's been in office a long time, and he lost his hotly contested primary to the man that the commander-in-chief handpicked. This is Scott Jennings holding it down on CNN.
Well, it was the most expensive House primary in U.S. history, and the president made it a priority to get rid of Thomas Massie, and he succeeded because Massie had, frankly, become an opponent of the president inside of the party, and you just can't do that. You know, Massie used to, reliably vote with the Republicans. That number had been falling over time. This is one of the most conservative districts in the country. It's certainly a conservative area of Kentucky. They gave Donald Trump a massive victory in 2024, and they expect the Republican congressman who represents them to be part of the team. The two big issues in the race that were in most of the advertising had to do with tax cuts and immigration, and Massie was against Trump on both of his big border security and tax cut bills. And so they said, look, we can get a Republican congressman that'll be part of the team and support the president. That campaign worked. I just want to also add one other thing. Thomas Massie tonight in his concession speech said something despicable, anti-Semitic, nasty, gutter politics right at the end. What a way to go out. He said, I would have called Ed Galrine, but I had to find him in Tel Aviv. There was an undercurrent of anti-Semitism in this race on the Massie side. There's been an undercurrent of it in his career, unfortunately, and it really came out in an ugly way tonight. And I think it needs to be stated, acknowledged, and condemned because it was pretty despicable.
And so Massie is done. Yet another one bites the dust. Okay, Mamdani and the city's Jewish community. He held an event at Gracie Mansion the other day. It is despicable what was just brought to my attention 1 minute before air. And so it's based on a tweet that the lovely DMS posted and sent to me. And it says here that she says this is a very stark visual of what is happening repeatedly on all levels within this anti-Semitic administration. And she's retweeting a Kathleen Wood. And it says in the pictures below, you will notice that at the Jewish event, the New York City mayor stands on a stage behind barriers while his Jewish guests are kept behind ropes like museum spectators. Note the drastic change at the Muslim event. Busted. Mamdani, you are busted. You're caught red-handed in 40 years of going to events at Gracie Mansion. It's always nice. My first year journalism, my wife and I, Marilyn, went there. Ed Koch was the mayor. You have a lovely dinner, or it was at that time a lovely private dinner. Everything served to you. You go out on the mayor's backyard, the yard and so on. Absolutely beautiful, right? The mansion. Now we find out I have never seen ropes or barricades used ever at an event at Gracie Mansion. Mamdani, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You're not King Mamdani. You're barely competent to hold the job, and I mean barely. Mr. Bronx High School of Science, I went to DeWitt Clinton. Not far away, but I wasn't smart enough. Or I guess I didn't have a silver spoon enough to go to the Bronx High School of Science. So we're not talking about your rap videos right now. We're talking about your anti-Semitism and the anti-Semitism of your darling wife. So Mamdani holds that event at Gracie Mansion. Here's what he had to say to the Jewish leaders that were there. Many protested and would not come.
Jewish New Yorkers have worked to cultivate a city that is safe and open to all. You should be accorded the same security and the same peace of mind.
A lot of people stood outside in the gardens, but the event itself was just lovely. The mayor spoke short and sweet. He definitely spoke to the anti-Semitism and the concerns that people are having, which I think was extremely important.
Yet as we mark the history and contributions of Jewish New Yorkers, we know that there are many who seek to make it harder for you to live at the heart of our city, to make you unsafe for no other reason than the faith you observe and the clothes that you wear. Despite Jewish New Yorkers accounting for just nearly 12% of our city's population, you are also the targets of more than 50% of all hate crimes.
And it doesn't help, Mamdani, when your pals are praying on the sidewalk outside a Jewish girls' high school in Brooklyn. The rest of what he had to say we'll bring to you at the bottom of the hour. I want to get in some of your telephone calls. But I do want to raise this. So you folks know, you listen to this program, I am a straight shooter. It's the only way I know how, right? And this is not meant to be Islamophobic or anything like that. I want somebody to explain to me, inquiring minds want to know. You come to another man's country. You come to another woman's country. We can't go to yours and do the things that you're doing here. You buy property, fine. You open up mosque, fine. But at what point do you stop? And at what point do you think you're entitled to pray on the streets of New York City, inconveniencing everybody around you? And I don't mean this to be offensive. I really don't. But your prayer calls that go out, many find it alarming and jarring, and it's so loud. And what makes you think that you're entitled to bring that here? We can't bring that to your country. It'll be lasted for all of 2 minutes. So what makes you think you can do that here?
Get ready, Staten Island. It's time to celebrate 5 years of Ferry Hawks baseball.
Friday, May 22nd at 7 p.m. it's Scout Night. This $16 ticket includes Ferry Hawks Special Edition 2026 Scout Patch. And for just $25 more, it's a Scout sleepover and breakfast the next morning. And post-game, all kids glow around the bases. Saturday, May 23rd at 1 p.m. it's Matinee Baseball. And Sunday, May 24th at 1:30 p.m. Matinee Baseball.
Visit ferryhawks.com now to lock in your seats.